Your phone is going to go berserk on October 4th. So on Wednesday, October 4th, every single phone in the entire United States is going to go off. This is because a nationwide test of the emergency alert system will be happening. So keep in mind when this happens, it's just a test, so please do not freak out. Anyways, this test will be happening at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time in the US. In addition to phones doing this, every TV and radio in the US is also supposed to go off. It's going to be accompanied by a jarring electronic tone that you might hear, as well as a voice that says that it's just a test of the national emergency system. Now when this happens, it's probably going to seem like some kind of purge movie is going on or something. So be sure to let your friends and everyone you know that this is about to happen, because if they just hear all of their TVs, radios, and cell phones going off at once, with no context to it whatsoever, that might end up being a little scary for, many people.
The United States will see one of the biggest emergency alerts in October. But don't panic when it happens, because the alert will just be a test. On October 4th, around 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time, the Federal Emergency Management Agency and Federal Communication Commission will test their emergency alert system and wireless alerts. But why are these tests being conducted? Is there any serious threat surrounding the USA? Well, the tests are being carried out to make sure the testing system functions as intended and sends out a mass message in the event of an actual emergency. So, on October 4, your cell phone will receive a message from the WEA and your TV and radio will receive a message from the EAS. Recently, the Indian government also conducted a test of its emergency alert system by sending a sample message to multiple smartphone users across the country.
The press release came out today. Fema and the FCC announced that on Wednesday, October 4th, 2023, they will test nationwide wireless emergency alerts and the emergency alert system. Let's talk about what that means. On Wednesday, October 4th, with a backup date of Wednesday, October 11th, just in case there's a widespread severe weather event happening on the 4th, Fema will first, at 2:18 p.m. Eastern Time, send a national level alert to the entire United States over wireless emergency alerts. This is like your phone going off for like a tornado warning or flash flood or Amber Alert. However, it is going to use the national alert class, which is the one you can't turn off. It used to be called a presidential alert, but there were some reasons that the nomenclature was changed around that to better clarify that the president as an individual does not have willy-nilly access to this. But at 2:18 p.m. on October 4th or October 11th, everyone's phone will go off and then say this is a test of the National Wireless Emergency Alert System. No action is needed. 2 minutes later, at 2:20 p.m. Eastern Time on October 4th, FEMA will drop an NPT, or National Periodic Test event, into the iPause CAP feed, which will, since all EAS participants are required to monitor the iPause CAP feed, will cause them to immediately retransmit this alert. The last test in 2021 focused you can tell I've had a busy day, focused on the over-the-air daisy chain aspect of the emergency alert system, and so that one was initiated only by the 77 primary entry point stations and relied totally on the over-the-air dissemination. This one is going to be different. It is going to be a message that shows up in the CAP feed, and whenever a station's indec pulls that CAP feed, which it does several times a minute, downloads that message, it will immediately interrupt programming and start transmitting. So just like I did in 2021, I plan on capturing and listening to several stations around here at the same time, just so I have another kind of update on how that behaves. Our EAS monitoring assignments have recently changed, so it will be a different set of stations that I have this time around. But it will be interesting to see how fast everyone reacts to the message coming across the CAP feed. On top of that, there are some preparations that we will have to do here. I'll be sure to keep you posted on what we do to make sure everything still runs smoothly. And of course, there's going to be some paperwork. that is due after the test happens. ETRS Form 2 will be due on October 5th. So that is like the day of tests. Like, how did it go? Like, just kind of a matter of fact, what happened thing. And then Form 3 will have about a month to fill that out, which is kind of a more in-depth survey of what happened. Did anything go wrong? Anything like that. So, I'll just kind of keep you posted on how that happens. But the most important news is it's happening 2 months from tomorrow. So it does satisfy they must give at least 2 months notice. We will have a nationwide test of the emergency alert system. Follow for more broadcasting content.